So recently I heard a pastor give a sermon on the law of God being fulfilled in Christ, the laws nailed to the cross with Jesus. And he cited Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 through 20. And then he only reads verse 17. He doesn't read 18, 19, or 20. And I thought that was really interesting. If he was trying to prove that the law is done away with in Christ, it's fulfilled, all things are done. Even the heading says Christ fulfills the law, which Christ will fulfill the law, but at a future date. But before we get too far into that, let's see what it says. Don't assume that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Sounds pretty good. Christ is going to come to fulfill. Good. Does that mean he's going to do away with it, though? I don't know. What does verse 18 say? I mean, the pastor thinks that this is proof that it's done away with now. But verse 18, Jesus tells us, "For I assure you, until heaven and earth pass away, not the smallest letter or one stroke of the letter will pass from the law until all things are accomplished." Well, when are all things accomplished? When does heaven and earth pass away? It makes me think about Revelation chapter 21. Let's turn there real quick. Just for a quick reference, we have the end of the millennium, the 1,000-year reign. Okay. Then we have the great white throne judgment. And then chapter 21, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away." Okay. Now, I want to skip ahead just a little bit. Notice that God's dwelling is with humanity. God himself will be with them and be their God. But look here at verse 5. "The one seated on the throne said, 'Look, I am making everything new.' He also said, 'Write, because these words are faithful and true.' And he said to me, 'It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end.'" It is done. So, Matthew 5, verse 18 tells us heaven and earth need to pass away first. Then we see after the 1,000-year reign of Messiah, then we have the great white throne judgment. And then heaven and earth pass away because that ushers in the new heaven and the new earth. And then God's dwelling comes down with us. The New Jerusalem comes down. And it is done. So don't take Matthew 5, verse 17 out of context. See what the Bible actually says. I'm not telling you have to keep the law. I'm not telling you don't have to keep the law. It's just interesting that Jesus worded that the way that he did. Thank you.